Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2022 general readings. We are looking at the first 2 weeks of February from the 1st through the 15th, and this reading is for our lovely bulls, the earth sign of Taurus. Welcome everyone. As always, I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for taking the time to be here. For your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, reaching out for personal readings, all that you do in support of this channel. Thank you so much. So this reading is for Taurus for the first 2 weeks of February 2022. That's if your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign is in Taurus. It's also relevant if you're cross-watching for a Taurian. Of course, it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. It is a general reading. So watch all of your signs for any additional insight and perspective. And if something does resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else. Feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to hear from you. You can also get that contact info by clicking the description link below, that little arrow. I can usually respond the same day with more information. I do offer a wide variety of readings, including 6 and 12-month overviews, which give you a look ahead, relationship compatibility readings, all different kinds of readings. So message me if you're interested. I'd be happy to hear from you. Okay, Taurus, let's see what the first 2 weeks of February look like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams and clarifying with the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. Okay, Taurus, we begin with the Four of Coins, sometimes called the Miser card, holding on to that which makes you feel safe and secure. It could be finances, material issues, or something else. It can sometimes represent stability or stagnance, depending on what other cards come out around it. So with the Four of Coins, we have the Six of Cups, a card associated with history, historical connections, long-term friends, family, lovers, childhood, family, roots of origin. Next, we have the Devil, obsessive cycles, addictive cycles, often toxic and unhealthy, not always, but often toxic and unhealthy, because, you know, the devil enslaves and entraps through something alluring, something that we tell ourselves, I have to have this, you know, which is why it's often the card that shows up for obsessions or addictions. It's so much energy and focus on something that it becomes central, and it often becomes an unhealthy focus. It can represent classical addictions, unhealthy relationships, or an unhealthy obsession with something. Sometimes it can just represent obsessive energy, which doesn't always have to be negative, but it often is. Let's see what comes with that Devil. The Ace of Cups, new love and romance, starting over again. I don't know why I just got an apology. I'll do better next time. Okay. For some of you, this has to do with a relationship with someone that you have a long history with. It could be a lover, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. It's like somebody says, oh, it'll be different this time. I just need a new beginning, a new start, another chance. It'll be different this time. But the devil kind of represents that this is something that's gone on for, over and over and over again, because the devil represents something cyclical in nature, the same thing happening over and over again. It might have something to do with money. It might be with another person. Or it might be you yourself, Taurus, perhaps making unwise or poor financial decisions, constantly needing to start over again and feeling like it'll be better this time, although it's probably not for many of you. This probably has to do with someone you're in relationship with. Tauruses don't typically tend to be irresponsible about money, although there's always... That's not across the board, right? All right, let's see what's next. We have the Chariot. Success, perhaps on a very difficult or challenging path. It's interesting because the Chariot is right next to the Devil, and it's like somebody just completely obsessively focused on something they know can work, even though it hasn't in the past. With the Chariot, we have the Two of Wands, standing at a crossroads, needing to make a decision, a choice to take action one way or the other. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy or focus for the first half of February is the Page of Swords. A messages, gathering information, a bit of information. In the tarot, the Page of Swords is sometimes nicknamed the spy of the tarot. I mean, pages as people represent either young people or students, apprentices. They're in the process of learning, of gathering information. They can't, when they progress or mature into the night energy, they can take what they're learning and begin to manifest with it. But at the page level, the page energy, they're just kind of collecting information and learning about that. So the Page of Swords is literally like the information page. He gets information. He may look and search and gather information. So it might be news as some piece of information, which is focal here. Let's clarify that Page of Swords. The Ten of Coins almost jumped out, but it didn't. So again, this may have something to do with money, finances, security. The Devil again. The Two of Swords, stuck, reluctant, resistance. A reluctance or a resistance to look at something, because once you look at something and acknowledge it, typically what follows is needing to deal with it, needing to make a decision about it. The Chariot again. This feels like somebody is hammering away at something or firmly convinced they can succeed at something, even though they keep trying and trying and it's not succeeding. It's like the person that's always trying to start some new business they can get money on, but they don't really perhaps go about it the right way or in a very planned or logical way, and so it fails, but then they're firmly convinced that they can still do it. This might be, for some of you, particularly in a relationship to somebody else, it's somebody, it can be a relationship in your life, somebody who you have some kind of long-term history with, or it simply could be your pattern of wanting something, wanting to do something, or it could be literal addiction issues like drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, toxic relationships, still, being in a series of relationships that with people that aren't, it's not a healthy relationship, but they never make any pattern changes. So it's like the same thing just keeps repeating over and over again, but they're firmly convinced that it's going to be different each and every time, whether that's you or whether that's the person. Because I feel like for some of you, this is somebody that you're involved with or know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be in a love romance way. It's just a person, place, or situation that you have history with. And there's this, either you or the other person is like saying, but it'll work this time. I just need to do it a different way, or, which of course is a classic path of addiction, right? If I just do it this way, it won't be harmful. If I can just do this, I just need another chance. I just need, some more money. I just need, etc. Clarify Four of Coins. The Four of Coins and the Six of Cups could be withholding from this person, place, or situation because you're like, I just can't keep doing this. Because this makes me part of the problem. It's like, trying to support someone or constantly rescue someone from the consequences of their own bad actions. And there's nothing wrong with helping someone. But if you're helping them on a path moving forward, on a path of change, that's one thing. But if you're not, then you become part of the pattern, part of what's keeping them in that. Again, for some of you, it might be you yourself, right? The Eight of Coins and the Page of Wands. So that's clarifying the Four of Coins. Eight of Coins, work, money, projects. The Page of Wands, it might be a young person, a family member, an adult child, somebody who's acting immaturely. Clarify the Six of Cups, that card of historical connection. The Three of Cups, the party card, social, best friends, kindred spirits, your community, old friends, a family member. Clarify the Devil. The Ace of Coins. Okay, so what are the original cards are? The original set was the Devil with the Ace of Cups, and I'm clarifying the Devil, and we have the Ace of Coins here, or Pentacles, with the Knight of Cups, an offer or opportunity coming in, perhaps love-driven. This is like somebody who wants to keep starting over and over, who keeps wanting to start over again and again and again. It's either they want help starting over again, or they want money to start over again. They want to move again. This feels like somebody who just can't quite complete something because they either keep going after the wrong thing, or they keep going at it the same way, which isn't working. It might be love and romance. It might have something to do with money, with job. Yeah, I lost yet another job. It might be like a young person or an adult child or a family member or an old friend. It feels like it's something that you have, or someone you have a connection with. And it's like, this time will be different. This time will be different. Clarify Ace of Cups. Or somebody who just keeps going from, a relationship to relationship, telling themselves, but they never really change any of their habits or patterns or ideologies, or there's no self-examination. So it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Sometimes the landscape might change, but the thing is still the same. Clarify Ace of Cups. The Six of Cups again, that historical connection. The Three of Swords, heartache, heartbreak. Yeah, it's like somebody, and again, I'm getting a variety of different stories, and this is a general reading, so different ones are going to apply to different ones of you that are watching this. But it's like, it's just the same thing over and over again. What do they say that definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting each time that it's going to be different. That's what this feels like here. Whether it's you doing it, Taurus, which is probably not likely for many of you, could be, or being involved in a relationship, some kind of connection with someone that maybe you've helped them a number of times because you have this connection or this history, or their family or friends or child or something like that. But every time it just ends up being the same thing. Clarify the Chariot. And it's like, they're completely convinced, or you're completely convinced, that each time it's going to be different. The Knight of Wands, fast movement forward. Clarify the Two of Wands. The Star. And the King of Coins. Renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism, a decision. Somebody won't let go of something here. Whether that someone who has this devil obsessive energy is you, or it's somebody close to you and you've been kind of dragged along or trying to help them over and over again, or vice versa. It's like it's somebody won't let go. They're firmly convinced that they can fix this situation or fix this relationship or make a difference. But it doesn't feel healthy. It feels toxic. It feels codependent, one way or the other. But because somebody just won't let something go, someone go, something go, a situation, a hope, even though nothing changes, but they keep telling themselves that it's going to change, or that this time it's going to be different. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel healthy. And that appears to be what the focus is for the first half of February. So let's pull any guidance or advice cards. What's the best thing for Taurus to do or reflect on or contemplate around this situation for the first half of February. The Two of Wands, making a decision. So you're being called to make a decision. The Nine of Coins, independency, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, confidence that comes from working really hard to get to a place where you don't have to rely on anybody else. You're self-sufficient. The world, leveling up, graduating, moving on into a new landscape, a new horizon. So this feels twofold depending on which side of this story you're on, Taurus. This is about advice and guidance from Spirit is to make a decision to move forward and focus on your own security and stability. Because if this is someone that you keep pouring something into, you've become part of the problem here, and you need to focus on your own security and stability, or this situation will just bleed you out. For others of you, well, and it's actually kind of the same thing. Whoever is the one that keeps saying, I can do this, I just need another chance, another shot, some more money, whatever it is, you need to allow them to experience the consequences of their own actions, to become more independent and kind of grow up and mature more, regardless of what their age is, right? That needs to happen, because it feels like whatever this situation is, whoever this involves, it has become unhealthy and codependent. And somebody needs to withdraw, and somebody else needs to grow up and kind of clean up their own messes, because it feels like somebody else has been doing it for so long that they're kind of stuck in this pattern. That's what I'm getting. So I think I'll leave it there, Taurus. Those are your messages for the first 2 weeks of February 2022. I hope you found them useful or provided some clarity or food for thought. Again, if any of this resonates with you, you'd like to take a deeper look at something, reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be happy to hear from you. You can also get that info by clicking on the little arrow, the little description link. I will see all of you in a couple of weeks for the February mid-month readings. Stay safe and well until then. Hope to see you back here soon. Bye-bye.